Hello, this is Excalibur of Excalibur's Minecraft, and I am on my Feed the Beast test world. I have decided that the unlimited item machine that I use in my Feed the Beast server should be shared with everyone. Yes, everybody. So, what I would like to do is go back to my GUI and go to first person. Alright, unlimited item machine. What is that? Well, let's come over here and take a look at what I'm talking about. Alright, first things first. You hear a click, a click, a click. This is the second design I've come up with using Applied Energistics and completely lacks any Red Power 2 components. I have a Red Power 2 component driven one as well. If we take a look here, we'll see that we have a lot of stuff. Things like the computers, they're not a part of it. But if we take a look at everything here, we have stuff like tin dust and sticks, redstone, glowstone, and gold dust. We have diamonds and emeralds. We have filled tin cans, apples, bread, bones, cooked chicken, feathers, a whole bunch of things. Plant balls, rubber, one-use, single-use batteries. Let's see here. What else? Pumpkins, steak, pork chops, leather. A lot of things that can be used in your on your server when you're first starting off. And how do I get this stuff? How do I get it? Well, I am using a recycler to create scrap. Using that scrap, I create scrap boxes. Those scrap boxes are then sent to this dispenser. This dispenser kicks off on a timed circuit, which I built somewhere. Yeah, that turtle. That turtle actually acts as a buffer and a timer. So whenever it finds something in its buffer, it will pop stuff into the dispenser and set off redstone signal. The dispenser shoots something at an obsidian pipe. You can watch it happen right here. There we go. It spits it out. Rotten flesh is one of the items. Here we go. Bink. And then it gets put into this chest. This chest is hooked up to our ME network using import buses. Now I'm using the 1.4.7 version of Direwolf 20, which is the 5.20 pack, I believe. And so there are some things like the fuzzy import and export buses that are missing, and a couple of other things. But for the most part, we'll come over here. Woo! I'm using some cheaty footwear that give me haste 10. Right there, because I got really tired of slow walking everywhere. Anyway, our ME network has 62 of 63 types in one and 8 of 63 in the other, and they're far from being filled. This is about half full, but this still has quite a bit of space left. You can, of course, pre-format the drives. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build ourselves the Red Power version of the Unlimited Item Machine. Now, it works really, really well. And what we're going to need, it's Red Power, I think thermal expansion, and industrial craft. So what we're going to look for, we're going to need igneous extruders. Right here. There's the igneous extruder. We're going to need ender chest. And there we are, ender chest. We're going to change the color of this ender chest. So let's go ahead to materials, and we'll grab orange dye. We'll do orange, orange, orange. Just like that. Now, why is the ender chest good? Well, the ender chest allows us to set up pods of igneous extruders, and you'll see how that works. We're going to need a bucket of water and a bucket of lava. And we'll go ahead and set up the pods first. The pods are the more important aspect of everything. So let's go ahead and we'll pick a new place. How about we just come over here? Right here's good enough. Alright, so we're going to place down the bottom igneous extruder, ender chest, and then we're going to surround this ender chest that is colored orange, orange, orange. Oh, good. Just because I know I haven't used this combination yet. So we're going to go ahead, loop there, email, loop here, there. We'll just land here, right there, and that's the odd man out. Now each of these are going to be set up like this. First off, we're going to go ahead and turn off the redstone control on each of them. So we'll go ahead and do that first. There we go. Off. Off. I hate that the mouse is stuck in the middle of the screen. And we'll do that to this one as well. Here we go. Now we're going to set this up. This is going out the back. So this, and that are gone, and that changes to red. All right. This is on the right side. So do red, left side. And to clear them, I'm just holding shift and left clicking. All right. Now this one is the bottom. So we go. The bottom is already set up. This is the top, and the top is already set up. And lastly, this is also a back. So we get rid of these four, and then turn the back. Now we fill each one with 1 bucket of water. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now luckily we have blocks. Stupid grass. There we go. Boom, right there. And right there. Now each one will get filled with a bucket of lava, because all we need is 1 bucket of lava and 1 bucket of water. Now if we come over here, and we'll just use the one pod and set its color to orange, you'll see that we're building up cobblestone rather rapidly. So yeah, I'll go ahead and kill that one. And I'll go ahead and build another one really quick. We'll just place it there, there, ender chest, orange, orange, orange. Yes, they will all have the same color code. And 2 should be more than enough. Alright, so go ahead and get rid of those. Let's set up the configurations. This is going out the back. And turn off this. This is going out the right side. And when I do this, I hear the talk, 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 talk. And I know I've done it right. Well, at least the sounds. And I did that one wrong. This one's the bottom. I don't need that. Alright, and then let's go ahead and do the water, 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 and do. Now you can tell that it's working when you see the blue and the red light up on the face. Now they will keep going and going and going until this ender chest, and I got rid of it, didn't I? We don't need these anymore. We will need this. We don't need that anymore. Alright, so let's go to materials and get the orange dye again. Now once this ender chest, or ender space, is filled, and it's going to take some time, but you can see it's going pretty quick with just with the 12 igneous extruders going. Imagine having 4 or 8 or more going at one time. These will just keep going and going and going. Now, what I do from here is I'm going to need some other items here. I'm going to need red power. We're going to search for relay. There we go. We're going to grab a relay. We're going to grab a fabricator. A fabricator. And assembler. There we go. And a transposer. Okay. We will also need red alloy wire. So for wire. Okay, it's not doing red alloy wire, so we're going to have to go to cheaty mode. But let's see if we have timer. Yep, we have a timer. And let's go into cheat mode and look for red alloy wire. We only need one. Okay, so what we have to do, we will also need a recycler. Because what we're going to do is pull stuff from the ender chest using a filter instead of the relay. So we'll pull the filter, boom, down into the recycler, then another filter to the pull. The fabricator pulls into from the recycler, and then we need a filter to push stuff into the assembler. Okay, I think I've got that. And timer, we're going to need a high voltage solar array because I'm masochistic. And we will need some glass fiber cable. And lastly, transformer upgrades. I'm going to want 2 of those, but yeah, we're going to want 2. Fat finger syndrome. Oh, and overclocker. So let's just go into cheaty mode. There we go. Bam. Alright, now let's start this part of the build. We'll do it right here, and I'll grab a bucket of water to clear this area up. Yeah, we saw the debacle I just put down, but luckily we can kill it by putting a block. I hate the water physics. There we go. Pick up those seeds. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to get our recycler up and powered. So we're going to go ahead and place that on the ground right here. So recycler. Now we need to get it powered, but first we have to go into it, place in the overclockers and the transformer upgrades. Now 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Overclocker can only function with 13. The recycler can only function with 13 at the most. You put in any more and it won't work. So now we're going to go ahead and place a high voltage solar array. Why don't we get an MFSU along with that, so that we have some storage. So there's the MFSU, and the high voltage solar array goes on top, and then the industrial craft part is almost over. Doop. There we go. And notice that it is not dying. We check here. This should be powering up pretty quickly because this provides us with a really high voltage. It's 512 EU per tick, and that's why this is just jumping up. Now you can see this is doing really well. It's got power, and we will see how fast it recycles in a moment. Now we'll go ahead and place that. Let's grab some scrap so that I can program this puppy. There we go. What we've just done is we've programmed the fabricator to create scrap boxes from 9 scrap. And what it's going to do, it's going to pull the scrap from the adjacent inventory and create the scrap boxes. This is where all the pulling out is going to happen. So what we're going to do is, well, we don't need the filter for that, but we're going to make sure, yeah, there we go, we'll do that. So this assembler, and we need scrap boxes to tell it what to do. So scrap box. Here we go. And the scrap box goes right there. So what this is saying is, as scrap boxes go in here, we're going to activate them. We could put other things like torches or lava or anything like that. But right now we're just worried about getting this set up. So this is going to spit stuff out directly in front of it. We're going to need the transposer. The transposer does something special. When anything hits its face, it gets spit out the back. Neat. So what we're hoping this will do is this will pop off stuff in front. Oh, come on. So this will activate things that'll shoot out and hit the front of the transposer. The transposer will then send it to whatever inventory is here. And what we're going to do is create, we're just going to grab an obsidian chest. So this obsidian chest, and we're done with the transposer, just put it there. The obsidian chest will just gather anything that goes into it. That's all we're going to worry about here. We won't worry about sorting machines or anything like that. Now, with this guy here, what we need is a filter on top. So hop up on top of your block. Stupid boots. Here we go. Boop. And on top of that, we're going to place our ender chest. Now our ender chest, there's one that's already generating stuff, but we're going to just go with orange, orange, orange. There we go, do and do. And if we look in here, you see it's already full. Now the wonderful thing about igneous extruders is they don't overflow. We're done with this and this. As soon as they hit 64 cobblestone, they're going to stop production. And they're not going to start again until this is getting cleared out. And that's what this is going to do. It's going to pull out a stack of anything from here at a time and put it in the recycler. Now, if you're really adventurous, you can come up here and grab a pouch like this, shift and right click on your ender chest, and you see the white bits on the front of the chest, the pouch, have changed orange to match the chest. Now we could go to another ender chest, say one that I have over here. Where is the ender chest for this? There's a bunch of them right in here. Now we won't worry about it. The only other one I have may be up here. It's an experiment, but we won't worry about that. If the ender chest was white, 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 so we'll go ahead and place a white, white, white one, which we have right here. We'll place that down. You could shift and right click and change the role of this ender chest, but ender pouch. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and look inside this. If you look, you see that this ender chest opens, but all the cobblestone is there. We could take it out and say we don't want this transposer, put it here in the first spot, and we'll keep this cobblestone. Alright. But what we're going to do with this cobblestone is we're going to put in some protections. First off, we're going to surround the transposer. The transposer does not require any type of signal whatsoever. And we're going to do this all around. The assembler will need a signal, so we're going to leave the top of it alone. And we're going to put There we go, a timer right there. Now this timer is going to kick off and hit this red oil alloy wire. Now watch, as it hits, you're not going to see anything happen because there's nothing in it right now. So let's see here. Let's look at the front. All right, now you'll see that the face is opening. That means that any time that there's a, let's go ahead and break this so we can come over here. Anytime it receives a redstone signal, the assembler is going to activate and start setting off these scrap boxes. Oh man, I cannot think at all today. At all. Let's get this cobblestone back here, and we're just going to put a cover like that. Now, what we need to do is activate this as well. So we're going to turn off the redstone signal, and it's on auto low. So let's change how this is done. I hate red power when it does that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do this. Put the timer there, and you'll notice that it is now going to go ahead and pulse both at the same time. And this guy here. We don't want that. So here we go. We'll put it there. Red alloy wire. Where'd you go? Here you are. Go ahead and place you down here. Make sure it is working. I just... Yep, it's working. Now, we could go ahead and do this here. Now, red alloy wire. It'd be nice if a mod respected. There we go. Let's take a look at this. You'll see now that we're getting all this cobblestone. The cobblestone is creating scrap in the recycler. Over here we have scrap boxes being made. But the assembler is not pulling from it. So I think I was right initially. We'll go ahead and kill that timer. We need to have a filter here. So let's get that filter put down. There we go. Now the filter is going to push. We have to turn it around. So let's do it this way. There we go. It's going to suck out of the transposer, the fabricator, and it's going to spit out the back. If we put a timer down right now, we don't need this. Put the timer right here. Bink. You'll see, boop. It takes an entire stack and spits it out. So let's go ahead and get rid of that while we're doing this. This guy will merrily create scrap boxes, so we'll go ahead and put the scrap back out. Alright, so the assembler is going to go right here. It's going to have stuff pushed right into it, and it is going to spit towards the transposer, which I recycled. So we can replace the filter with the transposer. There we go. Transposer goes here. Obsidian chest goes here. And then we cobblestone. Now we just really need to make sure that we don't pick up anything on the diagonals of this. That's why I like to do that. And we will cover this here like so. Cover this up, and I'm going to run red alloy wire like this. There we go. That should take care of all that. Jump up here, and I think our system is set up. So boom, there we go. With any luck, fly overhead. Let's see what's going on. We need to put scrap box there. There we go. Alright, you see transposers picking stuff up? And if we look, we should see it starting to show up in here. Now, let me turn off cheat mode. Done. There we go. Now you see we get a whole bunch of different things. This is using redstone, red power 2. I've discovered this in the Direwolf 20 pack. I think it's an ultimate and a bunch of other stuff, but it's for 1.4.6 and 1.4.2. If we do that, it makes it far more accurate spitting in here. And if we look, we'll see this just get filled up, filled up, filled up. The problem comes with the wooden pickaxes, wooden hoes, wooden swords, and wooden shovels. You can sort if you want. It's good to have this as a buffer, but you may eventually want to put in a sorting system and void pipes and stuff like that. So there we have it. This is using, I think, thermal expansion, ender storage, red power 2, and industrial craft. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to do this the Applied Energistics way. And it's a little bit more complicated, but we can actually use the MFSU and this for everything. I'll go ahead and let you see how I did this again. Here's the wiring diagram. We have the timer that's hooked up on the left using a red alloy wire to go up and activate the filter that pulls out of the ender chest. We have red alloy wire that goes up, activates this filter to suck scrap boxes out of the fabricator, and the red alloy wire goes over the assembler and causes the activation of any scrap boxes that end up in there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to kill the red alloy wire and the timer. We're going to kill this filter. And let's see here, what is this? There's one more scrap box. By the way, you can activate a scrap box just by right-clicking on it. And since I'm in creative, it just went everywhere. Now, one thing that I did while I was on my server is we held a scrap box party. Everybody got a stack of scrap boxes. We stood in an unfinished room that I had, and we proceeded to right-click away on the scrap box. It was kind of fun. Okay, now, how are we going to do this with Applied Energistics? That's something you might want to ask, and we will answer that question post-haste. Let me just go ahead and clear out everything. The basic layout of recycler and fabricator remains the same. That doesn't change. So we no longer need any of the industrial craft except for the wires. We're going to need that. We can add another high voltage. Yeah, let's add some more high voltage to the MFSUs. So we'll go ahead and put high voltage here, 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 and connect these all to the MFSU. Now, as you know, the MFSU, the dot is the output, and every other face is an input. So we currently have 4 high voltage solar arrays pouring into this MFSU. We'll see that it's going to rocket up in there. They're very expensive little doohickeys, and I highly suggest that you build them when you get a chance. This comes from the Compact Solars mod. So there we go, and we could even plop them like this, and you will see the MFSU just rip in power if we right click there. Okay, let's get rid of that one and put in a new MFSU just for fun. Alright, and let's get out of there, and we will place it. And we'll watch. Look how fast that is ripping up. And that's with that little array. Well, little. That's an extremely expensive recipe I got going there. But you can see it's going up there. Each one is 512 EU per tick. And we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 shooting in there. Yay. And that's high voltage. So this guy takes low voltage normally. Putting 2 transformer upgrades allows the recycler to take the higher bandwidth power that's going on there. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. We're still going to keep this for now. We don't need that. Or the... Well, we'll keep the water bucket. We'll keep that. We don't need the overclockers. And our filters go bye-bye. And the red wire goes bye-bye. Keep the scrap. Get rid of the honeycomb seeds. Now, what we need to do is we need an ME controller, which is right here. We need an ME drive. You can use an ME chest. That's fine. An access point. Where's the access point? The access terminal is right there. Everything else is tertiary. We don't need anything else. Those are the only 3 things you'll need to start. We'll go ahead and move this stuff out of the way. And the pouch, we don't need that. Because we're going to go ahead and get some ME cable. We'll grab this stuff here. And we'll need an export bus. And we will need an import bus. We will also need a vanilla dispenser and a plain turtle. You could do an inventory turtle if you so chose, but we're just going to do a plain turtle. Turtle. So here we go, a turtle. We could use a computer, but I use it like a filter, a 16-spot filter instead of a 9-spot filter. And I just have them check its inventory and dump stacks of stuff and do the adjacent. We are also going to need a void pipe. So we're going buildcraft. There we go, void pipe. We're going to need a golden pipe. Excuse me. Alright, so there's that, there's this. We've got him. And we'll just use a chest. No, we don't even need the chest, but we can use it. That's fine. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to set the time today. Can't wait till I upgrade to 152 and get the day sensor. Alright, now we're going to set down our ME controller with our access terminal on top, because that's how I roll. And then our drives. Now, one of the things we're going to need are storage bus. I'm just going to grab a couple of 64Ks. Alright, so let me take them one at a time. So 64K. Cheat mode. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. That's more than enough. Mode. There we go. Done. Escape. Clear weather. And there we go. Now, one of the things that we do here is we have to connect it to power. So here we go. Boom, boom. That works. You'll see that we are going to be doing 21 units per tick. But the problem is we need to get stuff in here and out. So we're going to set up an export bus that puts into the top like so. That export bus is going to export cobblestone for now. And let's put cobblestone into the system. So we're going to see recycler go off one at a time. Let's change this to a stack. We'll see this guy just rip through and create. Create. It only made 8. Let's grab a couple more stacks. Oh, let's not do that. Let's just lay down our ender chest, and we will import from the ender chest. So here we go, and we are now done with that. Grab our orange dye, orange. Get rid of that, and that. Place this guy, get an Omni wrench. Here we go. Don't need that. Omni wrench, there we go, there's that. We'll put another one here, and here. And we'll do stack at a time, and stack at a time. Now let's lay our wiring. We need to put a wire there. We need to put one here, and here, and finally here. So that should be all 5 going in. If we take a look at our ender chest, we should see it's empty, because this thing is going to be sucking in the cobblestone at a fast rate. And watch it all going up, and then a stack will disappear and go in here. We're creating these scrap boxes like there's no tomorrow. Now here are a couple of things you can do. Probably the easiest would be to set our dispenser right here, and set the turtle. We're actually going to see something here really quick. Turtle, go on top here, and we're going to face that way. There we go. And Lua, turtle dot suck down. False. Okay. So it can only suck right. Let's see here. So all trial and error. Lua, turtle dot suck up. True. Okay, now you can see we've got a full stack of scrap box, because a turtle will grab everything up to a stack in there. And if we do this again and again and again and again, you'll see that it's if it's empty, it'll say false, but if it's not, it'll say true. So we'll grab those scrap boxes and we'll put them back up in there. All right. Well, this is actually pretty helpful. We will put the dispenser directly in front of the turtle, like so. We can access the turtle from the back. And then, oh, this is brilliant. So we will grab our obsidian pipe. That's what we need, not the void pipe. There we go. And we don't need turtles. Obsidian pipe is going to go right here. Because what we'll do is we'll put it there we go. I'll get the hang of creative mode flight one of these days. And we will run our gold pipe right like that. And we will replace, I'll use sandstone, why not? We'll replace the dirt with sandstone. There we go. Now, obsidian pipes, if we throw this out, you'll see it gets sucked in and it will appear, boop, there we go. And I will do that again. We'll use the void pipe and this pipe and the dye, and you'll see that they just go up into the chest. We're going to do one of these jobs here as well. So we can actually bring our stuff directly back into the ME system very easily. And there we go, and there we go. Make sure that it's set for stack at a time. In the 1.5.2 version of AE, doing things a stack at a time costs a bit more energy. You might want to keep that in mind. So time set 0. There we go. And we will run wire this way. There we go. You don't have to have it so spread out. I have it set this way, but you'll see that all these items are being sucked out. 4 of them at a time, to be precise. And if we look in here, we see everything is all stored nice and neat. And as this goes, we'll get more and more and more. Now, one of the awesome things about the vanilla dispenser is that it can activate scrap blocks. So let's go ahead and just grab some building material here and make sure that we don't suck up anything inadvertently. Now, let's go over here, and I'm going to look at my startup for my turtle here. Here we go. Let's look in the program, edit startup. Alright, so what we're going to do, while true do, for I equals 1 to 16 do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go loop through each of these spots. Each of these spots, 1 through 16. Dang nabbit. We're going to go through each of these spots one at a time. We're going to select that spot. And then, if the count of the items is greater than 0, we're going to drop it into the first slot. I think this might be an inventory turtle. But turtle.drop will drop it in the front. And we're dropping 1 item. That's what it is. Then we send a redstone signal to the front and set it to true. And then we sleep for 0.2 of a second. And then we set the redstone signal output in front to false. So we pulse a redstone signal to the dispenser. Dispensers activate with redstone signal. We're going to end the if, going to end the for. We're going to sleep for 1 second. I'm going to end the while loop. That's it. So what we're going to do is exit and paste bin put startup. Let's hope this works. This is the first time I've used paste bin. Alright, let me just write down that code so I do not forget. We have B, B, S, Z, 9, U, D, T. Because I don't think you want to watch me program that, but I gave you a quick rundown on what the code does. So we'll come over to this turtle. Let's go ahead and give it a label. Exit. Label set AE unlimited item turtle. There we go. That should be fine. And then paste bin get. That's BBSZ9UDT. There we go. And we need to set it as startup. Connecting to paste bin. Let's hope I typed that in right. Yep. And then we'll reboot. Any turtle that has any turtle, and that's what I need to do too. But any turtle that has a startup will automatically kick off right away and go into the program and startup. One thing we need to do here is we need to export scrap boxes. So that's what I did wrong here. So let's modify the program. Control T, edit, startup. So we don't have to go from 1 to 16. We'll go ahead and delete that line. We're going to go ahead and do turtle.select1. And we're turtle.select1, then turtle if turtle dot suck up one equals true, then what we will do is turtle dot drop one, then set the output in this and this, and then we will end the if, and then sleep again. Let's see how this works. Okay, edit startup. This is what I wanted to keep you guys from seeing. If turtle.suckup1 is it equal, then do that. So startup. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and terminate that, and we'll edit the startup. You see what happened? It grabbed everything, and we don't want that to happen. We're going to go ahead and put these back up in there. What we'll do is we will select the first space. So if turtle.suckup equals true, then while turtle.getItemCount if spot 1 is greater than 0, turtle drop 1, reset, sleep, output, end the if. Do expected. Lua, you can chew me. Do. So what we're saying here, we're going to go ahead and select the first item slot. And if we do a suck up and it is true, meaning there's stuff in the fabricator's inventory we can get, then while the item count here is greater than 0, we're going to loop through this and create our stacks. Now what that means is our first suck operation, in other words get from the fabricator, is going to pull a stack of 64. This is going to loop for 64 times and then spit out items into the dispenser, activate the dispenser, and why don't we go ahead and set this to ½ a second just to make sure we have time between operations. So we'll save that, exit, and run startup. So we're going to see this just poop out stuff at very rapid state. And you can see things just rapidly leaving the dispenser. If we look, we see one scrap box going in. Every ½ a second, it's going to spit it out to this void pipe. Now you can make this a little bit more secure. We know this is working. Just plop that there, and then we'll keep anything from flying out. If we look here, we see stuff coming in, but our ME system is going to suck it up very, very quickly. If we look here, we're going to see all these items just go in and out, in. Cobblestone is going to keep popping up. So why don't we just change the sort by to the number of items and watch as they grow. And you'll see that sticks and hoes and scythes or pickaxes, shovels and swords will rapidly climb to the top. You see that we have got diamonds and we've got slime balls and gold ore. We should have netherrack and soul sand. iron ore, we get mine carts and coal dust. So a lot of stuff we can use. Copper dust, iron dust, tin dust, gold dust, you name it. There's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to get from this system. Now, just having 2 pods like this is not enough cobblestone to keep this guy busy. You'll see that it's going to grab all 12 cobblestone and just spit it out like there's no tomorrow. And there's a lot of downtime. And you'll hear maybe 1 click every like 20 seconds. Now we could add more and more of these pods because since we're using ender chests, we don't have to worry about pipes or anything. So we can just keep these pods going for as many as you want, as long as they're all within the same area. One thing you might want to do is throw down a chunk loader to make sure that this stuff is working when you are not around. Let's take a look and see what we have. Some of this stuff was due in part to what we were carrying, like the void pipes and sandstone. But a lot of this stuff, we generate dirt, we generate grass, and grass, ores, pumpkins, food. You're going to get a lot of apples, steak, and pork chops. Bread as well, and cooked chicken. You will never, ever, ever have to worry about food again. Ever. You can easily set this up so that it'll only work when you have a certain level or whatnot. If you change this to a level emitter and a redstone signal to a dark cable. So whenever you have a stack of cobblestone in the system, you can emit a redstone signal, which sets that off. You could have done the same thing with just generating scrap boxes, putting them into your system, and then having an export bus go to your dispenser and emit a redstone signal whenever you get a scrap box in there. A bunch of different stuff. This works. Now, you can make it more compact easily. This is just very sloppily put together, but the main things you want to look at is the recycler, the fabricator, dispenser, and a turtle. You also want the ender chest system and the igneous extruders. You want your ME control. You want your ME storage unit with some drives in it and an access terminal. Now, if you right-click here, you see we're only using 32 units per tick. But for every operation that you do, it's going to pop up one. So you see whenever cobblestone is put in, it will go up to 33. And whenever you suck in an item, it'll go up to 33. So you get a bunch of different things. This is optional. I think using the void pipes from Buildcraft and stuff like that, you can also set up a way to get rid of items, but I think you need to have the chest. You could use another ender chest or an item tesseract if you wanted to from thermal expansion, but I believe having an obsidian chest from the iron chest mod is a great buffer. If you ever get backlogged, all your drives get filled up and you can't suck anything in anymore, having all these spaces really works to your advantage. The only problem that you're going to have is you will start getting things like hose stacking up and stuff like that. An option would be to set up an ME chest. You could do that, but the drive inside would quickly fill up. So I'm going to go ahead and break that and stop the operation of this. This will run out of energy soon enough, since we're not connected to anything anymore. There we go. There, now it's gone dark. This has some internal energy, but that will run out. And I don't need this running all the time. As a matter of fact, I need to come over here and shut this puppy down too, because I do not need it running. And we can break this connection, and no more energy will happen here. As you can see, this one is already filled up with 63 types. And there we go, it's gone dark. We'll also terminate the turtle here. There we go. Grab those scrap boxes. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Yeah, this is my my wonderful way of winning things. This is an ME interface, as is this. You can right click here and you can set up an export. Here I have rotten flesh and cakes. Yes, you generate cakes in this system too. And then this is set up whenever there are items in inventory, pulse it. So with the ME interface, this tells the interface what to export from your ME system, and this fills up with your exported items. This down here is where you put encoded patterns to make things. So you put, say you want to get coal dust and you have a bunch of coal, you can set up one coal generates one coal dust and encode that pattern and put it down here. And then you put that ME interface on top of a pulverizer or macerator. Down here I've got hoes, shovels, swords, pickaxes, grass, dirt, and gravel, plus signs, and they get pulsed out here. Same thing, as long as there's items in inventory, energy pulse, and then it will spit things out into this void pipe system from Buildcraft, and you make these autarkic gates on an assembly table. So that's it for this tutorial. I know it was haphazard and I ran back and forth. If you would like, I can explain it again. Though it looks pretty straightforward here. I built it for you. You can see that I've got the wiring, how I've got it all set up around this ender chest, and how I've got the import here sucking stuff out of this obsidian chest, same way I've done there. I've found that if you try to put an ME import on top of the chest, it doesn't work for some reason. Let me go ahead and kill this grass and the sandstone so you can see down here, here's your dispenser. You have an obsidian pipe that everything falls down onto. I found that when it was shot at, sometimes it will just bounce off and land right in front of it instead of going in. But if you have a block here, it will bounce off the block, go to land on the ground. Instead you have the obsidian pipe, and the obsidian pipe will catch it. And it sucks in a stack at a time. I use gold pipe because it speedily sends things up here. As you can see, everything's there. And now, here we go. We'll go into this inventory mode here. Here we go. Just grab the stacks and drop them. You can hear them boop right in. Woo! I don't need to do that. I can just go like this and just drop them straight in. Now, why did I use Applied Energistics after the successful use of the red power? Well, the 1.5.2 version of the Direwolf pack does not have red power. Red power has not been updated, and Elarum is pretty much busy with her work and everything, and I think she's supposed to be releasing a new version with 1.6 or for 1.6. Who knows exactly how long that'll take, but she's tends to do pretty quick work when she gets the time to do it. So let's hope she gets time to do it, because she's got a lot of nifty stuff. Those frames will go away, sorting machines, bluetricity, all that. I really like it. I don't want it to go away. But the Applied Energistics is a way to sort and store things in a way that no other mod really can. I mean, the closest comes from barrels, and those only hold one type of item per barrel. And you can get mix-ups, like if you have a bee in a barrel and you get some other type of bee, it goes into the barrel and becomes that other type. It's kind of wacky. I lost several different types of valiant bees and stuff like that when using barrels, and they all turned into rocky bees, which aren't as good. Well, in any case, this system here of using the ME interface to export items into buildcraft pipes and then into void pipes works wonders. And I'm actually trying to set that up on my server, but that world is going to go away. Joy, oh joy. While I'm here, why don't I go ahead and just show you some of my ideas here. This is similar to the Direwolf 20 pack. I have a bunch of turtles that would have mining wells, and they'd pop them out. I was looking for alternative methods for exporting them. This is my chunk killer. If you come down here, you'll see tesseracts powering everything. Energy tesseracts powering all these redstone energy cells. These redstone energy cells will power mining wells that come from the turtles, and you can do a Circle of Doom, which is a chunk by a chunk. Well, one full chunk, as you can see, except for the corners. But then you move it, and then you do another, let's see here, that's 64? Yeah, 64, because I think this is 16. Oh, not quite 16. So it's 60 instead of 64. Times that 0. The difference with this is I was trying to set up a very, very nice drive system that was compact. I made this as compact as I could with my limited knowledge of how to work the stuff. Basically, this one will move here, and if you look here, you'll see an arrow. So it'll move here, and then it'll push the entire frame system this way, which then realigns it. This does it this way, this does it that way, and this does it this way. Then we have one that goes up and pushes everything up, and then one that goes down and pushes everything down. And you control it all from here. I was getting ready to set up a button system that allows you to go up, down, left, right, or mine, set interval 20, set interval plus 30, and then go, that kind of thing. My disk drive was going to have all the programs on it, and here's the computer with the redstone, or the RedNet modem that connects to all these RedNet turtles. Now, the awesome thing about all this is there would be turtles hooked up to these here, and they would have like helm north, south, east, and west, up and down. So you have a total of 6 turtles that control all the frame motors, and they would do it using redstone energy signals, redstone pipes that are embedded within the frame here. And if I do a search for frame, so here we go, we've got the normal frame, then we've got a tube frame, and then we've got a redstone tube. I was going to set all of these to redstone tubes or redstone frames, and then pump them into ender chests that are strategically placed, underneath. So this entire outer ring would become a tube network, and then spit them down into ender chests right here. Then we would have, say, the middle turtle on each one. The tube would continue and provide a redstone signal to our different controlling turtles. Let's see here, I think it would be this one here. I'm unsure, I cannot remember. So let's see here. Oh, yeah, it would be this one here would get a redstone signal. So we'd have to pop it up and This one here, sorry. And then this guy would come down, hit this torch, and then make everything go up and down. I won't demonstrate. You know how it works from Direwolf 20's videos. Anyway, this is a thermal pile experiment. I wanted to see how long it would take to charge up these redstone energy cells, and it takes forever. This is just a tower of nothing but thermal piles, and there's water on 3 sides and lava on 1 side for each and every thermal pile. Let me just tell you, thermal piles suck. Even their trickle charges suck. They're nowhere near enough to keep these batteries up to full, but they are running the blue electric engines, which is a good thing. The stuff that I found out, where is it? Right here, is this wonderful, wonderful pyramid. I'm using solar power, blue electric solar panels to just completely fill up all these battery boxes. As you can see, they are all filled. And then right down the middle here, we have blue electric engines. And as you can see, we have a gap between each. So there's a blue electric engine, and then an energy tesseract, and then a redstone energy signal, redstone torch. These are set to ignore redstone. So that's what that does. And then this just goes up, and then you get another 4, and then another 4, and then another 4 right there. Now, this is a little overkill, but the battery boxes are mainly for when it goes dark. You still have power to run all your engines and keep the power going. As you can see, it all goes to main power. This is super overkill. What would probably be the best bet is to have redstone energy cells go down, and then they provide power to a tesseract at the top. Because each of these can pump out approximately 24 MJ per tick, or maybe it's 25, something like that. So that's, in any case, that's 100 MJ per tick going into the tesseract, and maybe it goes up to 30. I don't know. And the tesseract can only pump out 75 on the other end. It's a 25% energy loss. And while I understand that, it's expensive to send the energy over. I thought having multiple tesseracts would work, and it's mainly just using whatever the maximum, this one or that one or whatever. It's still only 75 on the other end. However, if you have multiple energy tesseracts with the same thing, it's going to be 75 per. So that's one thing. Now, let's see here. Yeah. This here is my attempt to do a super cobblestone generator. Oh no, not cobblestone generator. What is this? This is a pulverizer to make sand. And what happens is in the bottom you have yellow. Yellow is where you have the gravel. Gravel goes down and gets pooped out the bottom. Again, sand goes in from each of the pulverizers, and then you have an unlimited sand machine. So you can make as much glass as you want, yada yada yada. This is my energy tesseract for main power, and as you can see, it's all working. So if I took the sand out, beep, beep, and here, beep, beep, and here, doop, doop. Now, the difference here is these guys have a relay set up. Now, the relay will take whatever is placed within them and immediately dump them out the back. Let me just get this set up. Alright, we need the bottom And we need a bucket of water and a bucket of lava. Water and lava. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what'll happen is you'll get all these igneous extruders that generate the cobblestone. They will pump things down into pulverizers. The pulverizer will create sand, and then they will export the sand out to the left or the right, and the sand is exported, and we have fun. Now if we come down here, we can see any cobblestone enter and go into void pipes. So that's what's right down there. Get any more? It's operating. Yeah, if we sit and watch, we should see some cobblestone, not cobblestone, some gravel drop down and end up in there. If you had a rock crusher, you could actually take the gravel and turn that into sand as well. As you can see, void pipes, anything that enters them goes away. Finito, as if they never existed. You can see, if you look up here, that's just going to, this relay that's underneath the pulverizer is going to take any item and plop it out. So the pulverizer actually pumps stuff out the bottom, and what's on the bottom is the relay, and the relay will immediately shoot whatever goes into it into the obsidian pipe. And that is how I have this unlimited sand machine running. Now I think that's all the stuff I have tested here. I think in another world I had a sorting system and all that set up. I will give a tutorial on my sorting systems that I used with routers, AE, and barrels in another video. But I just wanted to really get the tutorial for the Applied Energistics unlimited item machine, the Red Power 2 unlimited item machine, and everything set up. Oh, and this here is a cobblestone generator. So if we get rid of that, or it's a smooth stone, sorry. What I did, and let me just go into time set 0, and then game mode 0, game mode 1. Let me go ahead and grab myself a diamond pick. Here we go. And then we'll go into game mode 0. Now you stand here and you just mine straight ahead. And you'll see the water just drop down. You'll catch some cobblestone, but for the most part, what's going to happen is these red power transposers will catch them and spit them into the tube network down below, and you'll get the cobblestone in our chest. Zasuma gave a tutorial about this using hoppers, I believe. And transposers and hoppers are a lot alike in the fact that they will take whatever lands on their face and transfer them to the next inventory that it runs into. You could actually remove all of this obsidian and use all transposers, so if any cobblestone gets stuck up there or whatever, you can it'll land and go into the transposer. So there we go. There's that. I wanted to see if there was a feed the beast way to do this, and yay, there is. This was a little tiny mining rig experiment which worked. What this does is the turtle, instead of putting into an ender chest, dumps down into a relay, and that relay will shoot it out the back into item tesseracts, and the item tesseract will do what it needs to do. So you can see it goes to test 1, and this one goes to test 1. So I give multiple ways for this to work. And the redstone signal just allowed for movement. That way I don't have to have a redstone torch here, but I do. You don't have to have one, but it helps keep things all running. Woo! Alrighty. Yeah. So if we get here and we just do we'll move forward, and then we can do this. Let's list a test. So we should pop that out. This redstone energy cell will power the mining well. The mining well will go down, and then once its inventory is empty, it will suck the mining well back up. You can see it goes all the way down to bedrock or lava, whichever comes first. And this is just a small mining rig if you wanted to get something started right away. And manual operation, you can do that. Oh, and here's the item tesseract where all the items I just mined came into. You can see my diamond pickaxe shows up there too. So even just one mining well system, you can see we get a lot of resources, a lot of cobblestone. On my server, I actually have over 1 million cobblestone. It is quite scary. The unfortunate thing about this type of cobblestone generator is sometimes the lava will move faster than water and it will cause issues. That'll turn into cobblestone rather than smooth stone if you're looking for smooth stone. But since you're mining, it will continue to function. But that's just one thing. You might get an issue where the lava, actually flowing lava and flowing water, will create cobblestone. So, what is it with all the rain? I guess I've been lucky. So, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful. Sorry for my jibber-jabbering and run-on sentences and everything and so on and so forth. I just wanted to get this idea out there while I had the chance. Okay, well, this is Excalibur. I hope you had a good time. I hope you found the video informative. I look forward to seeing if anybody has created this or if there are better designs out there. Keep in mind this was done very hurriedly. There was no compactness involved, no special trickery or sorting. It's just simply to get items from scrap boxes into your system. I could make it very, very, very compact, and I have done so on my system, on my server. Once I get it fully operational, I will give a tour of it. All right. Enjoy playing Minecraft. This is Excalibur, and I am out.